This is an interesting team in Green Bay where for the past 2 years they've been the youngest team in football. I think they surprised some teams in 2023, especially that big win in Dallas, and then really had San Francisco on the ropes with the ability to win, to go to an NFC championship game. Again, kind of caught a lot of people by surprise. And then, come back last year, they're the youngest team in the NFL again. They win a lot of games, but when they played good teams, they pretty consistently lost, including to Philadelphia in the playoffs in the opening week. And now they're in this interesting situation where there's expectations on them once again to be a good team. They're in a very good conference, a very tough division. And now it's the question of, can they go from, hey, they're a good, fun, young team, to taking that next step and actually being a great football team that wins meaningful games in January and hopefully February. Where do you see their expectations, and how do you see them potentially taking that next step into being a true legitimate contender?
Yeah, I mean, the expectations have to be exactly that, right? Let's build on last year. Let's show that we can compete with the contending teams and not just be one of those strange, also ran teams that are good, not great, and get kind of trapped in that. We can make the playoffs in a given year, but we're probably going one and done. Or as soon as we meet one of the real contending teams, that's when we get bounced. And they're not the only team that's been in that category. Tampa Bay has been in that group as well. I think they're trying to bridge that gap and get to being the elite category. But that's where Green Bay has been, and that's where obviously they want to get past. And they should. I mean, there's no point in having the youngest team in football for multiple years straight unless you're tapping into a growth potential that group is then going to surpass other teams because they've grown together and they've developed and they've improved. And so I think that's what the Packers are working on now is, look, this group is talented. It's young. It's got so much potential, but at some point the rubber needs to meet the road and the potential needs to become reality. Otherwise, you just assemble this sort of underachieving group that wasn't able to hang with the best teams in the NFL.